I'm Richard Morecroft and welcome to this Friday night edition of Letters and Numbers. It's the perfect way to end a busy week with a quiet puzzle or two. So put your feet up, grab a pen and paper and let's greet our squad of scholars. And first of all, she always figures in our thinking, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
You know, I was a bit concerned a couple of nights ago, Lily, you were saying how, you actually just can't get out of the zone, the calculating zone. But we've got the weekend coming up. I mean, surely you're going to be able to zone out.
They've actually been getting into a spot of snorkeling lately, so maybe I can get out and, look at the fish instead of numbers.
But there's a job to do first, so we're going to have to keep you in the zone for a little while longer.
All right.
Welcome, Lily. And our prefect of prefixes, David Astle.
Hi, Richard. Thank you.
Actually, just talking about a squad of scholars as we were at the beginning of the program. It's interesting, all of those kind of combination words, the collectives.
The collective nouns. In fact, I'm thinking it might be a squalor of scholars. They never seem to be living too cleanly.
Generally a bit dishevelled.
Yeah, a little absent-minded. But I'm wondering, mathematicians, what is the collective noun for that? And I came up with possibly some mathematicians or a bracket of mathematicians.
I like a bracket. That's very nice. Welcome, David.
Thank you.
And two people hoping to end the week, well, anything but dishevelled, our contestants. Firstly, back for his sixth and final night, our carryover champion, planetary science student, Richard Hartley. Hello, Richard.
Hiya.
Now, you keep revealing hidden talents. Now we discover that you actually design crosswords. Talk about stepping into David's territory. How long have you been fascinated by crossword design?
I've probably been doing cryptics for about 6 years, and I've tried my hand at making them a few times, but I think it'll be a while before I'm anything up to David's standard.
I think it might be a while before anyone's up to David's standard.
Exactly.
Welcome to the fray.
That's right. And welcome back tonight. Good luck. And challenging Richard is Rohan Long, a project advisor for a community-based water monitoring program. Hello, Rohan.
Hi, Richard. How you going?
So tell us a little about this water monitoring program. What sort of things do you check out in the waterways?
Yeah, basically what we do is we actually make it possible for people in the community to go and check their waterways. So if you're interested in the state of your river or creek that's down the road, we make it possible for you to go out and check the chemical parameters, physical parameters, things like that.
Great idea. Well, good luck tonight. Welcome. So please, a very warm welcome for our Friday night contestants, carryover champion Richard Hartley and challenger Rohan Long. Let the puzzling begin with our first letters game of the night, and Richard, please choose first.
Could I start with a consonant, please?
You can. Let's start with R.
And another, please?
D.
And a vowel?
I.
And another vowel?
A.
One more vowel?
E.
A consonant?
C.
Another consonant?
S.
Another consonant?
G.
And one more, please.
And last letter, T.
Thanks, Lily. Here's the first clock. How did you go with your first selection, Richard?
7.
7? I think virtually every game you've started with a 7. There may be exceptions to that, but it's certainly a favourite starting number. What about you, Rohan?
I think I've got an 8.
Well, that sounds even more exciting. But Richard, let's go with the 7 first.
Direct.
And your possible 8?
Disgrace.
Sounds good, David.
Sounds good. That was one of those mixes that you could sort of almost ride all the way home, because you had rid turned into raid, turned into aired with an E, turned into cardi with a C, turned into sidecar, and along came a G. Disgrace. Well found, Rohan.
Fantastic work, and a great start to the night. 8 points for Rohan. On to our next letters, and Rohan, it's your choice this time.
Could I start with a consonant, please?
You can. Let's start with R.
And a vowel?
A.
And another consonant?
N.
And a vowel?
E.
And a consonant?
S.
And one more vowel?
O.
And a consonant, please.
C.
And one more consonant?
L.
And one more vowel.
E.
Time starts now. How did you go with that first selection, Rohan?
Not bad. I got an 8, Richard.
That is definitely not bad, and very nicely consistent. Richard, what about you?
8 of
8 for you as well. Let's start with you, Richard.
cleaners.
And yours, Rohan?
Also cleaners, yeah.
Okay, if you would verify, please, that you've got the same thing. 2 8s, David. Great
Wow.
performance.
This is an excellent game. Well played again, Rohan. And Richard, good 8. Again, one of those games you could play sort of almost step by step with ran, near, nears, reason, corneas, and along came cleaners. Well played.
Great work. So 8 points each for Richard and Rohan. Well, it's time to turn over your pads to the maths page now as we head into our first numbers game for the night. Contestants have just 30 seconds to get as close as possible to that target number using the basics of mathematics. And Richard, I think you know how it's done by now. So what would you like this time?
I'll go for 1 large, please, Lily, and 5 small.
Thanks, Richard. 1 large, 5 small. And our numbers are 6, 4, 8, 1, 6. And the large number is 50. And the target to reach is 538.
And 30 seconds to get there. Richard, how close did you get with this first bunch on a Friday night?
Not too close, I'm afraid.
Not close enough to tell us about? Okay. What about you, Rohan?
I got 542.
542, just 4 off the target. So let us know how you did that.
Okay, I did 6 plus 4 to get the 10.
6 plus 4 is 10.
Times 50 is 500.
550 is 500.
And then if we sort of just keep the 500 aside, I did 8 minus the 1 to get 7.
8 minus 1 is 7.
Times 6
By the 6
is 42.
is 42.
And so adding that to the 500, we get 542.
542.
So very nice work. Only, as we said, 4 off the target. Well done, Rohan. How did you go, Lily?
I managed to get there.
Okay, take us there.
Okay, now 8 plus 4 minus 1 is 11. By the 50 is 550. And we're 12 away, so if you take away the 6 plus 6 is 538.
Nice work, Lily. Very well done. But good stuff from Rohan there. 7 points. So Richard is now on 8. Rohan has 23 as we go into our first break for tonight. The word mix this time, mice, fish. And the clue, bad behaviour from the head honcho. We'll be back very shortly.